Hello, everybody. This is Jennifer Johnson. I'm Jennifer to the rescue. I'm your lyrical appreciation expert, and I'm getting that now. And what do? I help you connect and celebrate through gratitude those people and those special relationships in your life. And I am just so excited because I get to do this every week and get to have wonderful people. And I'll introduce my guest in a minute. I am actually going to say thank you very much to Logan Street Banners and Signs because they are one of our wonderful sponsors. We're here at the Wofford Theater, and I always call it the beautiful Wofford Theater because it really is beautiful. And you walk through, there's all kinds of things. If you've never been here, you need to come down here. Wofford Theater, there, it's up on the screen. I want to introduce a good friend of mine, Harold Bell, and this is really fun. I'm having a good time with this, but he actually gave me a bio, so I'm going to an intro that says it better than I could. So is that okay? I'm just going to
and
read
then
it.
we'll hear your natural, just updated.
Yeah, this is my natural. There we go. Harold H.B. Bell, everybody knows him by H.B., or a couple other things, I think, too.
Yeah.
Utilizes his multifaceted marketing and promotion skills to generate resources and visibility for nonprofit organizations, small businesses, and faith-based groups. Harold and his wife, Johnny, are co-founders of the nonprofit literacy organization Community Rule, and that's R-U-L-E. Mr. Bell is program director for the high school recovery program, Kaleidoscope Educational Enrichment Program, KEEP,
Yes.
for short. That's pretty cool, too. I didn't know that. Harold also finds the time to serve as president, CEO of Jumbo Productions, president, CEO of 4 internet radio stations, wow, and is host of the live talk jazz internet broadcast, The Jumbo Love Show. If that wasn't enough, that was enough. Okay, but if that wasn't enough, Harold is currently enrolled at IUPUI and will graduate this spring with a BA, his degree in social services. Is that done now?
Oh, that's Sunday.
This Sunday?
This Sunday.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. So we all get to wish you congratulations.
Well, thank you so much,
You're
and thank you
welcome.
for having me on your show, Jennifer.
You're welcome, and tell us about you. I already did, but...
Well, I mean, yeah, where should we start, I guess, would be the biggest
a good
question.
question.
No, actually, I am born and raised in Indianapolis, Indiana, attended IPS schools, and went to Arlington High School my freshman and sophomore year, and was fortunate enough, as I call one of those life-changing moments, to go to North Central High School, which took me out of an element of, not to say Arlington was bad, but the emphasis were more on how are we going to conduct these students than how are we going to educate them properly. And North Central gave me the opportunity to see kind of like what learning was really about. I took a lot of that. Went to college my first year or first semester on a football scholarship. You know, at that age, everybody in my neighborhood was going pro in something. So I went to Kentucky State University and was hurt. Did not get a chance to play and found out the hard way that scholarships are not guaranteed. So I left there, started going into the workforce instead of continuing my education. And was fortunate enough to work at a couple of decent career opportunities, Ford Motor Company being one. They shut down, laid off, and then I was hired by Federal Express. And that's when I kind of started to understand what my personality was made of, what I was meant to do, because I could not stand sitting in one place at one time for too long and being out there moving, and it was kind of like competition, having to be there before 10:30. So, yeah, I mean, and that was my game. Yeah, no, that was my game every day. I was going to get all my packages delivered before 10:30, so it created an atmosphere where I like this. You know, I don't mind getting up and going to do this. That led to me 5 years later having the opportunity to start my own limos business in Indianapolis, and that's kind of where all of this kind of started shooting off into another direction. I was fortunate to get contracts with Eli Lilly, Roche Diagnostics, Conseco, Mays Chemical, a lot of the major companies that help sustain the business. 9/11 came and kind of knocked the boots off of everyone in transportation. And that led me to the nonprofit and promoting world. And that's kind of like where my destiny lied.
And that's where you are.
That's where I am. And the whole seed of Radio Next was planted off of that seed. So.
Wow. Okay, where do I start? Well, you're also an author.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm just going to sit here and let Jumbo tell us.
No,
I think
Jennifer.
it's actually not. I mean, it's like, gosh, where do I start with all this stuff? But that's how you ended up in okay. So then you ended up so this article, you just brought it to me.
I just brought that in.
Yes, and that's cool. I was actually looking for this. It's the Indiana Minority Business, and it was the second quarter, 2013.
Yeah, it just came out about a week and a half, and they're free at a lot of your Kroger's and Marsh's or different locations.
I'm going to have to keep my eyes. It's the most current.
Oh, that's yours, yeah.
That's, and it says, chauffeur-driven. Executives take the back seat to save time and money. Oh, okay.
Quick story about this.
Yes.
Me owning the limo service, the guy I call my dad, Paul Harris, is still the president of Aristocrat Limo. I started the business. Paul bought it from me. He's still running the business as I moved on. They called asking about transportation and how the limo game has changed over the last 20 years. So I'm giving all these answers thinking I'm giving answers for Paul's business. And then when the article came out, it turns out that they're talking about me and how I use the service in the back of a sedan while I'm doing travel. All true, but it was more designed for just letting people know that the luxuries and the comforts of riding in the back of a car versus having to drive, that time is valuable. So if you're talking about from Noblesville, it's about an hour ride to the airport. So if you could ride in the back of a car, you're going to spend just as much money parking as you would using a car, and then you can get work done. So, time is valuable, and that's how the story came about. But anyway.
Well, that's cool. I think you've shared that with me, but I didn't understand it till I see the actual thing. The actual article. That's pretty cool. Okay, first of all, Wordspiration, this love song called Life.
Yes.
And when we first met, you also shared that with me a little bit. Now I've got the book. It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Well,
of course, I'm a musician.
Yeah, and so you are real depth in word.
Yeah, but the words, you have wonderful words in there. I have all kinds of things already marked. Well, what do I share?
I think the best thing that I could do if I said I was going to pen a book is pen a book about who I am. My thing is, how are we going to find light in the end of every tunnel? How are we going to make our day the best day it's ever been? How are we going to stay motivated when it seems like the world's crashing down? And I live it. I breathe it every day, and sometimes people get annoyed because I live it and breathe it so continuously. And I said, well, let me write words that are going to uplift. Every time they open this book, they can find something that's relevant to them, and they can be uplifted by maybe just one passage. So I tried to write the book where every sentence, every stanza, every paragraph had its own identity.
We're going to take a short break, but just quick, how do they reach you?
They can reach me on hbell@radionext.tv via email. They can go to Harold H.B. Bell on Facebook. They can Twitter me at HLBell3. They can go to the Jumbo Love Show or Radio Next on Facebook. We're all over the place. Instagram. I'll give them Instagram when we come back from this break.
We'll be right back. Word from our sponsors.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street Signs and Banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
This is Jennifer. Oops, now I turned it on. There we go. Everything's live. You just never know what's going on.
You're live, Jennifer.
I am
love you for that.
alive. And you know what? Things are great. I am Jennifer Johnson, Jennifer to the rescue. And what am I? I'm your lyrical appreciation expert. And I am having so much fun.
Do they give doctorates in that?
They're going to, because that's my whole goal. That's my mission in my life, is to make sure everybody knows what a lyrical appreciation expert is. And
Kind of like what the Wordspirations.
yes,
Yeah.
good way to lead back into your book. One more time, Wordspirations is your book, and
Yes.
this is H.B. Bell, or better known as Jumbo Love.
Yes. I won't tell you what my wife calls me sometimes.
Okay, we won't go. Okay, tell us about this book.
No, honestly, every seed, and I must say this, and I'd like to get to the point. I know I talk a lot, but every seed of what's been happening over the last 8 years kind of came from the fact that my wife and I were so serious about the nonprofit and reading and literacy skills, especially those at-risk youth, that they get left behind a lot of times. So everything that I could do to raise awareness as the marketing guy. My wife is a 30-year double master in reading and literacy, doesn't talk a lot. So she needs somebody to talk for her with her great skills. So I said, what a team. I said, everything that I do will raise awareness for the program that we said we were going to set up and design. You know, money is limited. So I write poetry. I just woke up every morning, and every day I woke up, my gift to God was to thank him for how happy I am every day that I wake up. So it came to me that these are wordspirations. And then the thing that centers in my life most is music. I just, you know, give me some jazz, give me some music while I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with, and everything kind of be okay. So I said, Wordspiration is this love song called Life, and I started writing the book in hopes of gaining financial support and awareness to the Community Rule, our nonprofit. The same thing with the radio station happened. I had an opportunity to do a free show every Saturday morning on a jazz station.
There we go, yeah.
Since I'm a jazz promoter, I said, well, I'll do this show and raise awareness about the Community Rule, not knowing that the seeds that are being planted are going to help you prosper later
Exactly.
on. But the fruit of it is pure and true about how can I reach out and help some people? How can I uplift some people through these words that I'm giving every day? And that's kind of how it came about. That's how Jumbo Love came about. So just
Now,
keep it
there's a-
simple, I guess.
Well, and I've been on the show a couple times.
Oh,
And,
yeah, you're a regular now.
I'm a regular, and I guess I'm actually going to be a regular.
And speaking of which, we are going to debut on the Cool Groove Station, RadioNext.tv. Jennifer to the Rescue comes radio, and we're going to do that following the day of your television show, which should really be great as far as bringing information to the community that you're serving, we're serving, and it's just a great partnership, and I thank you.
Thank you. I went in there. We were introduced through a mutual.
Let's give Barb Kaiser some. Let's give her some love.
Yeah, Barb Kaiser. I can't speak. I'm so excited. Anyway, then we got together, and he said we need to do this. And in your Radio Next stuff says everybody's message is relevant.
The mission statement for RadioNext.tv is we are committed to understanding that every message is relevant. Too many times in our community we're doing things, and I was sitting here listening to Mr. Wofford, the great owner of this studio, talking about some of the things that they did to produce awareness, and everything is relevant. I don't care if it's the ladies playing bridge on Thursday, kids playing Little League Baseball on Saturday morning. It is important. It is the most important thing going on to the parents and the kids in that life. So why not have a platform where that message can be seen and heard, and if it attracts 10 people that didn't know, you're doing great.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's great. The Saturdays I've been there, the one day I was doing a live remote from the Mini. That was crazy. But I
was
did
fun.
finish the Mini.
And you
so
did finish it.
I
That was
did,
the
and
goal of everybody's.
talking to HB the whole way. Not the whole way, every once in a while. Anyway, doesn't matter. I finished.
Yes.
But the times that I've been actually able to go to the station, you have like 30 or 40 people through the station, maybe more, that are sharing whatever message, whatever cause, whatever, and you just welcome them all aboard.
I get so excited. I mean, really, I get so excited,
Yeah.
in the midst of my element. I'm a people guy. I've always been kind of a magnet to people. I don't know why, and when you're young, you don't know why and don't know how to do it or use it. Then you get older and say, hey, something's with this. So if that's what your gift is, learn how to use it for the betterment of everyone. And we are fortunate enough every Saturday. My wife has now made part of our budget is making sure that we have the cakes, cookies, supplies, and things every Saturday morning, because we know there's going to be a group of people coming in, and it's so consistent now that if they're not there, we're like wondering what's wrong. wrong, but it is a great place and a great exchange of information goes down every Saturday morning.
It is wonderful. The short visits I've been able to make, all kinds of great things are happening.
You want to talk about how they can find the station on TuneIn?
Got you. We need to do that.
Well, and actually, I'm glad that we have Mr. Wofford over here.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't have thought that. Tell him what do we need to know?
We need to know this, that in internet radio and this new technology, there are a lot of different ways to access our service, but you have different mechanisms. For instance, any Apple product that starts with iPad, iPhone, Macintosh, there's an application called TuneIn Radio. TuneIn Radio is a free downloaded app, and you have to access it if you have an Apple product, and that's important to know because people will go online and Apple will block our sound stream from coming through. It's part of the business. Any of the Android devices or most of your regular phones, you can just go to radionext.tv, download it, and the music will stream. So those are things that just have to be known, especially as we make this convergence. And Mr. Wofford and I was talking, and we were talking about the same type of visionaries 8-9 years ago who already saw what this was going to be today, and we're smack dab in the middle of it now. I have numbers and statistics that are just crazy about how the growth of internet radio, internet television are coming in the next 3 to 4 years, and all you have to do is look at what's going on around us. Why are they setting our phones up with all this technology? Why are they having all these iPads and all these devices with the bigger screens now? Because they're going to be looking at TV on the pad instead of on a television. So, the flat screen's hot now, but remember the big back television?
Yeah.
What happened to the big back television?
I am actually, I've been really excited since I've been doing this that I can tell people to check HamiltonCountyTV.com, and they're like, what station? No, it's on your computer, Hamilton County TV. Now I get to say,
Or on your phone.
Or on your phone. We got so we're just going to blaze this trail.
And we are going to start bringing HamiltonCountyTV.com on the Radio Next platform, because after I leave today, Mr. Wofford's news is going to be your news and our news and everybody's news, and that's how
what social media is all about.
That's how it works. And if you ever notice, if you can remember back in the days of NBC, CBS, and ABC, you would never hear them talking about another product on another station. If you notice cable now, everybody's promoting everybody's product because they know if they don't, the numbers won't justify being on the air. So if you're the own network, you have to advertise on MSNBC. If you're MSNBC, you have to have your product seen on the Discovery Channel, and that's just the way of this technology now.
Well, we're going to actually come back in a minute. I did want to make sure I forgot to bring this up. I have now, I got to show everybody. If you didn't know, Logan Street Banners and Signs makes wonderful, wonderful stuff. And Jennifer to the rescue. Can you see that? Isn't that really cool? You can see her behind me, but you can also see her now with my music and my everything. But it also has my HamiltonCountyTV.com. That'll be Wednesdays live streaming, and then Thursdays will be over at RadioNext.tv, and that'll be from 12 to 2.
That reminds me of that Carol Burnett.
That's the whole
is that the whole street?
Man. We will be back in just a short minute. We have a little more to talk about.
All right.
Thank you.
Loving it.
house is struck by an unexpected disaster, you need Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services. From flood damage to mold problems to even duct and carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services is the only name to know.
Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services.
Jennifer to the rescue. We are back. Yes, Jennifer Johnson. We're at
Jumbo Love in the middle.
And Julie Sprung. We're going to have fun. I can tell. We're going to have fun. Okay, wait a minute. It is about me for the moment. No, it's not. It's not. I'm Jennifer to the rescue, Jennifer Johnson, Wofford Theater, Logan Street Banners and Signs. Wonderful, wonderful sponsors.
Help you out of this. It's actually called Logan Street Signs and Banners.
Oh, my
Even though
goodness.
for the last, I don't know, 7-8 years you've been calling it Banners and Signs. They want to know it's Logan Street Signs.
Can they hear you?
And Banners.
He's getting into the spirit of this, too. We're just so happy to be here today, and we've been talking to H.B. Bell, or Jumbo Love, as everyone knows, and we've got so many things, and my goal as we've been doing this is to have wonderful people on my show, and obviously I want to have all these wonderful people back, but we are going to start Jennifer to the Rescue on RadioNext.tv.
On the Cool Groove site.
On the Cool Groove, and there's so much to all this. So
Yeah, that will be the first Thursday of June.
and then it'll be every
12
Thursday,
o'clock to
right?
2, and then every Thursday after that. We might want to let you know, too, that when you go into the Radio Next website, there are 4 icons that you can click addressing each one of those independent stations. So
Right.
when I say Cool Groove, that is one of the stations. We have Faithcast that really handles a lot of our gospel and faith-based organizations. And then we have Rhythm and Blaze, which is old school R&B, and Rock Room, which is featuring all of our young people and their new talents that they have.
I just don't even know how you do all that you do, but you do it and you smile, and I always laugh at you because it's like a breath of it's wonderful. I don't even know. It's just that sunshine. And you have stuff in your book that I was going to read, and I don't even know where it is, but it's just unbelievable. It's just so much fun to be part of this. I'm like, God, pinch me. Jennifer to the Rescue is actually going to be seen on the Cool Groove,
Yes.
or seen.
Heard. And maybe, I don't know, you might be seen on the, you never
Who
know.
knows? You guys are these, these men who are working this all out. But Julie, tell us about you. Julie is actually a good person, obviously, but a good friend of mine as well from Bethel Lutheran Church. And it just
Good morning.
Good morning. Is it? I don't know. Go ahead.
It's good afternoon, actually. I am from Bethel Lutheran Church, and I'm the director of the music ministry there. And we have some exciting plans coming up for Memorial Day weekend, and so I'm here to tell you about it. Michael James Meddy is a singer-songwriter that I actually met in Hudson, Florida. And he did a concert at a Catholic church there. And I was so inspired by what he did with the congregation and his songs. He writes his own music. He creates his own lyrics. He does the music background tracks and takes it on the road. And his story is kind of interesting because he started his life as a repairman on the bombers in the U.S. Air Force. And then he married his high school sweetheart, Michelle. And so 14 years later, they, with their 5 children, they call the tour the Airstream Tour. They actually take the 5 kids and this Airstream, and they are walking the walk. They go from place to place. They were in 13 different states last year, and he's coming here to us at Bethel Lutheran Church on May the 26th at 5:30. We are extending this invitation to everybody. It's a free will offering that evening for the artist and his family. But what you will take away from that evening will be far greater than any monetary value, because he is a person that you can hear his soul speaking through his music, and he wants to genuinely touch everybody there and make the Word of God come alive, not only through the music and the words, but through the relationship with the audience and the congregation. And so our Bethel Lutheran Church congregation is going to sponsor a pitch-in dinner afterwards. Oh. So, I mean, it's family, family, family. And for families that are out there in the community, it's expensive to go to Christian concerts. And so this makes an affordable experience for everybody to come, and we want the children to come because that's the whole thing. It's community and kids and expressing God's word through the music. So we invite everybody in the community to Bethel Lutheran Church, 5:30 on May 26th, which is Memorial Day weekend. And we will just have a blast together. It starts at 5:30. The dinner is at 7. And so we hope everybody can join us.
No, I think that's cool. You had asked me if you could come, and I thought, well, this is good. Jumbo's here.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a baby Jumbo love.
I just think that's great.
Okay. But you know what? Do they know where Bethel Lutheran Church is?
It is on the corner of 206th and Cumberland, so it's easy to find. If you just take Cumberland up to 206th, it's right on the corner there. It's a huge building and lots of parking, and we just hope that the community, invite your family, invite your friends, feel very comfortable and confident that it will be well worth your time. So just bring the gang and come on aboard.
My thought is, Jumbo loves on our show, and he's probably got people who are watching or maybe are going to be watching this later and stuff. So you might want to say it's in Noblesville.
Oh, my
just
goodness,
make
yes.
sure, because
Okay.
the neat thing about the internet is people in Colorado can listen to or watch us or whatever. But if they're down in Indy, they might
Yes,
not know.
it is in Noblesville, and it's called Bring Forth the Light. I'll just hold up this poster. I don't know that you can see it, but there. Let me hold it
At least
this
you
way.
see him.
There
He's-
you go.
Yeah.
Bring forth the light, and you see the light. Oh, let me turn it. Oh, look at that. Okay, bring forth the light, and Bethel Lutheran Church is in Noblesville, Hamilton County, Indiana.
Everybody's welcome.
Yes,
You don't have
and
to
you
live
can
in
come from
Hamilton
afar
County. Yes.
and just join in the fun. Memorial Day weekend, May 26th at 5:30, and then the dinner follows at 7.
Cool. I was going to say something here, and I can't remember what it was, but how exciting. Oh, that's what it was. Next week, we're going to talk more, and I know we still have we have a few more weeks.
I'll tell you
before
more
then.
about Michael James
and
Meddy.
we'll have a little more up on the screen, and so they can, but is it BethelLutheranChurch.com?
Yes, if you want to go and find out up-to-the-minute news on this, it's BethelLutheranChurch.com.
Okay.
And
We just didn't give the
Yes,
the
yes.
technical guy. We didn't give him advance warning. On
Okay,
this, so it's
okay.
pretty cool. And is it Julie? at
it is
Bethel
Julie Sprung, SP as in Paul, R as in radio, UNG.
There you go.
So, and you can also call 317-773-4315.
Okay, good. And tell all your friends and neighbors and everybody. And I don't want to leave without us talking. What did we not talk about?
About her getting her commercial on our Faithcast station about this event coming up, and let's just share the love.
Oh, that would be cool too.
Awesome. I would love that.
That's what we do.
That's what we all
And
do.
I have a couple of shows that are on our Faithcast format that I think this will be perfect. Friday morning, Joy and Steve Rose, a married couple, they do a show called How Sweet the Sound, and it basically deals with nothing but some of the older standards leading up to the new music, and you could get on, and they have an audience that would be real receptive to listening to
how
what you
this
do.
stuff works.
That's how we do it.
This is how we do it.
Isn't that easy?
Yes.
And
Shoot.
do you know what a lyrical appreciation expert does?
I want to know.
She helps connect and celebrate those special people and relationships. And you're all part of my life, and I'm
good.
glad.
And now I get to meet
new
Yes.
relation.
Jumbo
You
Love.
met Jumbo Love, and she's going to come and be on my show sometime. We actually start that June 5th, and that's on RadioNext.tv.
On the Cool Groove site.
Jennifer to the rescue. And Jumbo Love again, what
And
time?
that airs 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock every Saturday morning on RadioNext.tv on the Cool Groove site. I advise you to get on early because the boat gets full and you don't want to miss a moment of
It
this
is
fun.
It's
Yes.
a wonderful, wonderful ride. And Jennifer to the rescue, Jennifer Johnson. Thanking my sponsors and Logan Street Signs and Banners. And we'll see you again very soon. Thank you.